You'd think that after 12 years and 5 re-releases, Skyrim's ground textures would look like something more than oatmeal glued to plywood. But no. Bethesda apparently ran out of budget halfway through the dirt. Majestic Landscapes finally fixes that embarrassing oversight, dragging Skyrim's terrain into something resembling a modern video game. This isn't just sharper grass and cleaner rocks. It's a full rework with complex material and parallax support, meaning the ground actually reacts to light instead of just pretending it does. Snow glints properly, moss catches moisture, and rock faces finally have depth instead of that old blurry wallpaper look. It also smooths the ugly transitions between textures, so you're no longer stepping from gravel to moss like you just crossed a biome border. Even without ENBS, this mod gives the world an actual sense of cohesion. Every mountain, valley, and tundra ridge feels believable, like an artist touched it, not a random intern. Majestic Landscapes doesn't just make Skyrim look better, it exposes how hilariously flat it's always been. Once you see it, you'll never unsee what Bethesda called HD terrain. Vanilla Skyrim's idea of a mage outfit looks like it was stitched together by someone who's never met fabric. Every student at the College of Winterhold looks like they just crawled out of a lost and found bin. Daily Mage outfit fixes that by finally giving the magically inclined something that doesn't scream, "I was raised by wolves and I smell like a candle shop." This set is a casual, light armor ensemble designed for the everyday apprentice who wants to look mystical and like they own a mirror. You can craft it at any forge or upgrade it like normal gear, and the mod even includes separated pieces for mix and match setups. Perfect if you're the kind of wizard who refuses to commit to one aesthetic. The textures are sharp, the silhouette flattering, and the vibe is somewhere between student of the arcane arts and main character energy. It's still simple enough to fit Skyrim's world, but detailed enough to make you realize just how low Bethesda's bar for fashion has always been. Daily Mage outfit doesn't just make your mage look better, it reminds you that Skyrim could have looked this good 12 years ago if anyone at Bethesda knew what style was. Ah yes, the Sword of Gildergreen, Skyrim's long overdue apology for one of its most thankless pilgrimages. You hike through monster-infested forests, bleed for a tree, maybe insult a god along the way. And what do you get for your divine labor? A wilted houseplant in Whiterun and a couple of NPCs pretending to care. Truly, a reward worthy of legends. This mod fixes what Bethesda forgot, actual payoff. The Sword of Gildergreen now rests beside the Elder Gleam, a proper artifact instead of a half-baked symbol of devotion. It's standalone, fully temperable, rendered in crisp 2K and 4K textures, and it actually looks like it belongs in the myth it came from. Polished metal, careful detailing, the kind of blade you'd expect a nature god to bless, not something you'd find in a barrel behind Belethor's. For once, the pilgrimage feels like it leads to something that matters. About time Skyrim started paying interest on all the quests it's been phoning in. It's hard to believe Skyrim came out in 2011 and somehow moves like it was animated on a flipbook from 2005. Swing a sword and you're treated to the same stiff 2-frame tantrum Bethesda calls combat. But Elden Beast doesn't just patch that up, it rewires the game's entire nervous system. This mod pulls from nearly every advanced framework available. Skysa combat behavior compulsion, movement behavior overhaul, jump behavior overhaul, and dynamic random animations to turn every motion in Skyrim into something fluid, grounded, and believable. In vanilla Skyrim, idle meant lifeless. Your Dragonborn just stood there, waiting for the world to happen to them. Now, they actually live in it. Elden Beast introduces a massive set of contextual idle animations. You gesture while bartering, pet animals with realistic motion, pick up logs from wood stacks, and gather straw from bales of hay. You can even shadowbox training mannequins. Conversations finally feel alive. Characters shift, emote, and react subtly instead of freezing mid-blink. It's a small detail that changes everything. Skyrim's original movement system was one bad frame away from stop motion. Elden Beast replaces it with something cinematic. Walking, running, sprinting, all have genuine momentum now. Posture changes with speed and terrain, transitions are fluid, and jumps no longer look like gravity is on lunch break. It's the first time in years you can just watch yourself walk and think, yeah, that looks right. Then comes combat. The part that makes you forget how stiff Skyrim used to be. Each attack has intent, every dodge and parry feels deliberate, and timing matters again. Integrated systems like Wildcat, Vanguard, and impactful blocking give fights an actual rhythm. Less like foam swords clashing in slow motion, more like true melee choreography. And when you shout now, it's not just an awkward grunt. Your character draws in power, arms folding in like they're charging the earth itself before throwing it outward with full force, as if casting the storm from within. Elden Beast doesn't modernize Skyrim, it reanimates it. For once, your Dragonborn isn't a stiff paper doll flailing through history. They're a living, breathing, moving force in a world that finally looks back at them and feels real. When you launch Skyrim with Elden Beast, skip the vanilla intro. It's incompatible from Helgen to the cave exit, so you'll need an alternate start mod. On your first load, some animations might not trigger immediately. If you're sprinting unarmed and still see vanilla movement, just equip any weapon and the new animations will activate. Open your powers menu and use GDB's Elden Beast to access the configuration. Under Movement Behavior Overhaul, go to Locomotion Animations and enable both heavy and light armor. If you want to mix styles, disable one and wear the opposite armor type while keeping a single piece of the other. The system recognizes that and applies whichever animation set is active. Elden Beast also includes the ultimate dodge mod and its setup power. You can pick between roll dodging, sidestep dodging, or a hybrid of both. The hybrid mode can sometimes bug and lock you mid-dodge until you spam jump to break free, and it'll keep happening unless you pick one dodge style instead of both. That same menu also lets you choose between two sneaking animations, adjust stamina drain, invincibility frames, and even control NPC stamina behavior for smoother, more grounded combat. You'll also gain immersive interactions and EVG conditional idols. In immersive interactions, go to player and NPC interactions, then animals, and disable pet horses. There's a camera bug where mounting forces the petting animation first. If you press mount during it, the camera jumps onto the horse, but your character stays frozen on the ground. The horse runs off while you're locked in the riding view and can't unmount, forcing a reload. EVG conditional idols add small immersive gestures like shivering in cold or covering up when undressed. They can sometimes misfire, so disable any that play out of context. Lastly, Elden Beast conflicts with enhanced blood textures. Use the light version to keep performance and stability. Once setup's done, save, reload, and enjoy. Skyrim finally moves like it remembers how to live. It's almost endearing how Bethesda imagined Skyrim's grass, the same two sprigs cloned across half the continent, proudly defying snow, wind, and any attempt at realism. Northern grass finally fixes that, replacing the plastic undergrowth with lush, cold-season foliage that actually belongs in a tundra. Built from the bones of unbelievable grass too, it paints the world with regional personality. Frostbitten ferns in the Pale, thicker thatches in Falkreath, and soft golden fields across Whiterun's plains. Every hold feels distinct again, as if its soil and seasons matter. The new foliage catches light and shadow with natural variance, creating depth that finally makes Skyrim's landscapes look alive. Not flat, not fake, just real. Despite its density, performance remains perfectly smooth, a visual overhaul without the usual cost. Northern grass doesn't just fill the world, it restores its wilderness, turning empty tundras and barren plains into something untamed once more. Bethesda's idea of heavy armor has always been questionable. Half of Skyrim's elite warriors look like they raided a medieval costume shop on clearance day. Enter Armor of Alessia, a set that finally looks forged for heroes, not convention attendees. This standalone armor brings a clean, divine edge to Skyrim's cluttered design language. Heavy, but elegant, built for warriors who don't confuse bulk with power. It's fully custom meshed for both male and female characters, and it carries the quiet authority of a relic once worn by the followers of the first Empress. Its stats sit around ebony tier, but it's the visual weight that really sells it. Etched plates, refined curves, and symmetry that Bethesda forgot existed. You'll find it under the ebony section at any forge, assuming you've actually earned the perk. It's perfect for paladins, battle mages, or anyone tired of looking like a scrap metal scarecrow. Armor of Alessia doesn't reinvent Skyrim's armor, it just shows what it should have looked like all along. There are moments in history that divide time itself. Fire, the wheel, the internet, and now Noice bread, garlic mod, and Cabbage, a Cabbage mod. These aren't textures, they're revolutions in video game produce and bread graphics. Noice bread is where it all begins. Each loaf is baked with more geometric fidelity than the entirety of Whiterun. The crust reflects global illumination like it has its own RTX pipeline. Crumbs scatter across the mesh in perfect anisotropic harmony. This bread doesn't sit in a basket, it radiates. Todd Howard's low-poly soup couldn't dream of this kind of carbohydrate enlightenment. Then comes garlic mod, glowing like a relic from the Aedra's pantry. Each bulb bursts with subsurface translucency, light refracting through paper-thin layers of high-poly holiness. The braids twist with simulated fiber physics so precise they could anchor a ship. This garlic doesn't fight vampires, it makes them weep. And then there's Cabbage, a Cabbage mod. The magnum opus, every leaf, a masterpiece of PBR shading and volumetric depth. It bends light like glass and ripples with the grace of divine geometry. Bethesda's Cabbage was a green rock. This could power civilizations. Bread, garlic, cabbage. 3 humble foods that just rewrote Skyrim's visual constitution. The Hunting Grounds outfit feels like something Hircine himself stitched together out of moonlight. A werewolf's formal wear for the nights when bloodlust meets more bloodlust. You don't find this armor, you earn it. Another round of fixing Skyrim's shitty rewards. Only after finishing Ill Met by Moonlight and walking away from that moral migraine do you unlock the right to craft it. But not just anywhere, no. It has to be done at the forge between 11 p.m. and midnight, because of course the god of the hunt keeps bankers' hours. Leather, fur, and silver meet in perfect brutal elegance, heavy enough to remind you of your sins, light enough to run from the next one. When paired with Hircine's ring, something stirs beneath the surface. A whisper, a faint pull toward the wild. Nobody really knows what it does. Maybe it's power, maybe it's madness. But either way, it fits. In a game full of armor that looks like scrap metal glued together by a blacksmith on probation, this one feels mythic. There was a time when Skyrim's Waterfalls looked like someone forgot to turn off the fog machine at a high school play. Bethesda gave us misty white tubes, pretending to be nature, static, soulless, and about as convincing as papier-mâché rain. Natural Waterfalls finally puts that embarrassment to rest. This mod rebuilds every major waterfall and rapid across Skyrim's heartlands, from Falkreath's woodland streams to the roaring veins that cut through the Reach. The meshes have been reworked, the textures rebuilt. Each fall cascades with depth and volume, mist catching the light as droplets scatter over slick rock. The result feels alive. Wet stone gleams under sunlight, current swells pulse realistically, and water finally moves like it's got purpose. It's not just prettier, it's believable. Bethesda's white blur is gone. No more will we be oppressed, replaced by something that actually belongs in the Big 25. Bethesda's idea of a shield was basically a dinner plate with a texture stamp. Functional, sure, but about as inspiring as a loading screen tip. Legendary Alpha Shield smashes that mediocrity into scrap metal and forges over 30 new shields that actually look like something worth raising in battle. These aren't your default steel circle with a dream. Each design feels hand-forged. Roman curves, Nordic patterns, Viking edges, all layered with weathered wood and gleaming metal that actually reflects light instead of swallowing it. You'll notice the difference instantly. The grain of the wood, the sharpness of the iron bands, the little dings and wear that tell stories of survival rather than fresh from the forge 5 minutes ago. They're all craftable with the steel smithing perk, meaning you can shape your own legend instead of looting another copy-paste shield off a dead bandit. It's a mod that doesn't just add gear, it restores dignity to Skyrim's warriors, one perfectly weighted slab of iron at a time. Bethesda's ships have always looked like they were built out of cardboard and existential dread, stiff, flat, and allergic to sunlight. Joy of Ships fixes that eyesore so completely, it's almost insulting to remember how the originals looked. This mod retextures every boat and ship across Skyrim, from the humble rowboats beached on Riverwood's shores to the grand merchant vessels moored in solitude. Gone are the plastic planks and smeared brownish surfaces that look like someone gave up halfway through texturing. In their place, weathered timber, hand-hewn detail, and deep wood grain that looks like it's fought a few winters at sea. The hulls carry streaks of salt and age. Masts actually look like they could hold a sail, and even the floorboards have a sense of weight and purpose. Each ship feels tangible now, like it's been battered by storms and time instead of copy-pasted from a PlayStation 2 fishing game. Joy of Ships doesn't just retexture, it redeems. Skyrim's coastlines finally look seaworthy. There are few things more Skyrim than a Nord in full armor, and yet, somehow, Bethesda forgot the one accessory that screams fantasy warrior energy: horns. Wearable Horns fixes that monumental oversight with over 50 unique horn models, each one sculpted with enough flair to make your Dragonborn look like they just stepped out of a myth. We're not talking about lazy texture swaps either. These are handcrafted three-dimensional masterpieces. Layered keratin, engraved bases, polished metallic clasps, all rendered with detail that would make a Daedric prince pause mid-sacrifice to admire the craftsmanship. Each horn can be customized through 7 cube map variants, letting you pick your level of shine, shade, and swagger for a total of nearly 300 combinations. They slot neatly as facial accessories, meaning they won't mess with your armor setup. You can craft them at the tanning rack using leather, or, if you're impatient, summon them through the included crafting tome. It's a simple addition that transforms your look from wannabe adventurer to walking demigod. You'll feel ridiculous in the best possible way. If you've ever looked at Skyrim's armor sets and thought, why do all these heroes dress like rejected extras from a Renaissance fair? Viridian Knight Armor is your redemption arc. This set doesn't just look better, it commands respect. 11 handcrafted pieces, from the closed-faced helm to the layered plates and matching gauntlets, all modeled for both male and female characters. The craftsmanship is obsessive, metal that looks hammered, not painted. Leather straps that actually feel functional instead of duct-taped decor. It even comes with an introductory quest, triggered by a courier at level 20, because true knights don't just find holy relics in a barrel. Once you've earned it, the full set is craftable and temperable, assuming you have the Orcish smithing perk and the crafting plans. It's a seamless blend of practicality and intimidation, the kind of armor that makes bandits stop mid-ambush just to think about their life choices. Viridian Knight Armor isn't just protection, it's a statement. Bethesda wanted Dragonborn, you just became legend. Skyrim's over a decade old now. It's a miracle this game even boots with how much duct tape is holding it together. But that's where the players come in, who looked at this relic and thought, no, actually we can do better. This video's about doing just that. Every mod here rebuilds a piece of Skyrim, the world, the gear, the water, even the damn food, until it feels less like a museum exhibit and more like a living, breathing fantasy world. You'll see the land come alive with parallax lighting, the armor finally look like it was forged by someone who's seen a hammer before, and rivers that actually look wet. We're talking grass that sways like it remembers what wind is, bread that has more polygons than dragons, and NPCs that finally make cities feel like they aren't under permanent lockdown. This isn't a graphics overhaul, it's a full-blown redemption arc for a game that refuses to retire. Every texture, mesh, and sound here takes Bethesda's half-baked brilliance and cooks it all the way through. Golden brown and parallax ready. So whether you're here for inspiration, entertainment, or to find your next reason to reinstall Skyrim for the 6th time this year, welcome back. We're not just modding a game anymore, we're rewriting it, one file at a time. If you liked this one, give it a thumbs up. It really helps more people find these videos. And if you want to see more builds, mod lists, or whatever comes next, consider subscribing. Thanks for being here. Seriously, every bit of support keeps this going.